Hello, my name is Steve Faulkner, and today I'm going to be talking about a card to envelope. There's loads of those, aren't there? Loads of them. Why do we need more? I think we do, and you'll see why in a minute. Before I go on to this review, I'd like some very important things for you to do. I've got some very important things for you to do. I'd like you to look at onlinemagic.co. Do it afterwards if you want, or pause this and go and have a look at it. Please have a look at it. Scroll down, there's individual courses there, or there's a membership, which is £9.99 a month. You get it cancelled anytime, and you get everything, pretty much everything I know, and everything I continue to learn. I share heart and sleeve everything you want to know, and you can request stuff. Live sessions, special guests. Axel Hecklau actually popped on the other day, which was a lovely surprise and talk. It was a completely different thing, which was really special. We've had, have a look, loads of great guests on there. Any aspect of mentalism you want to learn, you will learn it. Not just off me, but the community and the special guests. So have a look. Like and subscribe, I've said that. Podcast, I do too much. That's why quite often I feel like I'm having a breakdown. Podcast is Steve Faulkner's Magic Show. Have a look. You will not believe the guests that have been on there. And if there's people you don't know, listen to them because it's joyous. Speaking of which, the latest guest at time of recording has been Jay Gilligan, one of the best jugglers in the world, one of the most creative people I've ever met. And it's a great long-form chat. Chris Kenner twice, Rick Mal twice, many other people. They're the last three I've done. So it's Tobias Dostal, that was good. That's that. Let's get on with it, shall we? Well done.
So what is Sealed⁵? This envelope, this sealed envelope, is Sealed⁵.
Full admission here, because I've forgotten the real word, disclosure, there you go, is that I am a huge fan of Axel Hecklau. I don't think I've ever really met a magician, especially one who performs professionally and uses his stuff, that isn't. Axel is someone that never releases anything just for the sake of filler, just for Blackpool. Everything he does is quite often a classic take, modern take on a classic routine, such as Newsflash, his newspaper restoration, Just a Cup, his cup and dice cup routine, which is like a chop cup but not a chop cup, Spoon Around, which I haven't got yet. Axel, I like that. I'll review it if you want. I want from the collection, and his cube routine, which isn't called Just a Cube. I was thinking it was then. Anyway, all brilliant, all amazing, all just totally groundbreaking, well made, brilliant stuff. Straight off the bat here, I love everything. So did no surprise. I only really review things that I like because we don't spend time with rubbish. But why do I like it? And are you going to like it? Maybe not. That's really not the thing here. I'm going to give you my opinion. So what this is, and when he said, I'm doing this, I thought, I already do that. And then he was like, no, but, yeah, what he probably was thinking, no, but I've made this. But he's actually saying, no, this is different. I'd like you to have a look at it. So the first thing I gathered, and I don't watch the trailers first, when I opened it, which what he had told me this actually, it was an envelope inside of an envelope inside of an envelope. Now, I do nested wallets a lot. So I was like, right, I've got a kind of thing that does that. And then I opened the box and went, oh, this is very, very different. And actually, when he came on the live session, I'd had it for quite a while. And he was like, how are you getting on with it? And I was like, and I had to just said, it's here by my feet, meaning it's getting reviewed soon. I hadn't opened it because I didn't want to open it until I was ready. And I opened it up and just went, wow, there is a lot going on here. So why is there a lot going on? So it's all about detail with Axel. First of all, the envelopes themselves, I do switch between envelope and envelope because I've got ADHD and I can never decide. They're both right, apparently. I've looked it up quite extensively. It looks great. It looks like a nice thing. So when you get that out, they don't go, oh, he's got, they kind of go, oh, that's nice. And he does talk you through, it comes with the stickers, and that looks like one of those proper seals. It is actually sealed with a sticker. Or he tells you how to do it with the proper wax thing, which I love the idea of. So you open it up, there'll be video footage. I've done it loads in close-up. Now, I still don't do it very well. I'm still a bit fumbly, but I get away with it. And instead of kind of just ripping it up, you show the seal. They've signed a card, obviously. Well, not necessarily, obviously, depending on how long you've been in the game. It goes from the deck, and instead of opening it up and it all, because that can be really messy. It can take people ages, or you do it and you start peeling, and then they peel off the special peely thing. I think that's what it's called. And then they obviously think you're going to take the card out, and you go like this. You show a second on the envelope really clearly, and they pull the thing off anyway, but it's all in their hands. They undo it, they look in, they pull out the next one, and they so often go to, which I now they go to undo it. You say, oh, you don't have to do it, turn it round. And this is the lovely thing. So the detail so far up to this point is the fact it looks brilliant. Mostly they're doing everything, especially that last couple of moments where actually you do it all. You kind of walk away and it's such a lovely feeling that they do. Oh, so I've left my phone on, that's really annoying. I hope it doesn't ring. And they turn it over, everything looks beautiful, everything looks great, everything looks solid, everything just classy, right? But not over classy. It's important, right? If it's too much, it's a bit bling, it's a bit desperate. And they turn it over, and there's a window, like a plastic see-through sort of cellophane window, and their card is locked, totally sealed. Their signature is on the card facing out, and they get to keep that as a giveaway. Now that's a lovely thing, because yes, I know that we all get that thing and people say, I've still got that card after years. But you give them that and they're going to have more than the card. They're going to have it sort of presented in a nice thing, in a kind of unusual thing, an envelope with a wing that's quite unusual anyway, that big, and it's all sealed in there, and they'll have it and they'll be showing their friends and they'll go, look, you can't get in there, it's completely sealed. So this has got so much going for it. All the other stuff that you're going to want to know, is it easy? Yes. Are you going to be able to do it straight away? Yeah, I mean, I did it quite badly a few times because I just wanted some footage, and still totally got away with it. That's not the goal. Practice it more than that. This is just for the sake of review. But now I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. It's fine. There's a couple of things you're going to need to know that some of you might go, but it's all good. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's easy. Angles are not a problem at all. Absolutely no problem at all. Close-up, it's perfect for close-up. I think parlour as well. Now, Axel said he did make this for close-up. He wanted that giveaway thing, and it's totally versatile. Now, it's a big old thing, that, as well. And he's thought of everything. He gives you this kind of, it looks just like a bit of card, but what it does, when it's in your pocket, it will prop the envelope up to the height of your jacket, so that when you go in, if you've got other things in your pocket, refills of this or whatever, you don't get it mixed up with all them. But importantly, it's a lot higher than everything else. So I didn't use it for a bit because I thought, it's kind of sticking out of my pocket as well. But it's brilliant. It just makes it so much smoother and easier. And it's great. So he thought of all those things. He gives you everything. He gives you the things to make things up, the glue, the stickers, you've got it all. Now, so some of you may get this and go, you shouldn't, you really shouldn't. Or you may find out the next thing I'm going to say and go, you shouldn't worry about that either. Depending, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but depending on what the use is for this. The first thing is, you can't just make this out of any old envelopes. When you put this together, you'll see how much, there is so much in this. It's not just, he's made 3 in a little shoot, something like that. No, he's made sure that when they open it, it's going to be totally sealed. You could leave it for weeks and weeks and weeks and not worry about it. They can't mishandle it. There's not really any audience management required. It's foolproof, pretty much. And once you've got it in there, you don't need to do a palm. He goes for a way to about that. But you have to, it uses a specific envelope. So when you get the starter pack, you get. So we've got the next bit wrong. I haven't even done my hair yet, and it's nearly 3 o'clock. This is how hard I work. You see, I've been sitting here slaving away. The starter pack, I digress, you get 35 envelope sets, 105 envelopes or whatever. But you get 35 sets, so you can do the trick 35 times with all the glue and all that stuff. That will kind of, a lot of that will last you for the next bit. Then you can buy a refill pack. Now that is €99. Then the refill pack is €140, and that's for 70 more sets. Listen on. But then after that, when you run out, you're going to have to buy them. Now, those of you that do liquid forks, those of you that do card tricks where you rip cards up, you know, anything like that, you've got to make that judgment of, is it worth it? Now, even if I did it at every table, it would still last me a while. And I'm a professional magician, therefore I look at the price of that and I go, is it worth doing the gig? If you wanted to, you could bang another bit of money on the gig and nobody would really, you know, care. If it was, you know, you work it out on average, you're going to get your money back. But the important thing is you've got this giveaway. Now you could put your business card in there as well. You could put a note in there. You could put something else in there. You could write something on the back of it, which I was actually. I was writing my name on the back of it. I'd say, do you want me to write on it? And so they've got your name, so they can look you up. So, and they're going to show people. So the potential work that is generated from this, and they work out, I think, about €2 an envelope. So even if you just wanted to do them at the top table, and Axel says, no, he does it everywhere. And I think I would, not maybe every single table, but if someone looked a bit flash, I might do that. But you've got your other giveaways, like your forks, if you do that. And they, I think, work out about the same price. And it's a lot, you don't give one of them forks away as a giveaway, which I know you're supposed to do. They're all put them in their pocket and they're going to, you know, it's a harder one to go for, whether this is just something that you could potentially carry around. And I know a lot of people do that with cards. So you've got to make that judgment. I think, and I'm not just saying this, it is totally worth it. If I'm doing gigs, like I was going up to Maldives a couple of years, I'd take loads of them because those people have got a bit of cash and I'm happy to give them that so they remember me. And it's an opener for a conversation. I'll put my name on the back of it. And if you want to look at my Instagram account, you know, all that kind of thing, you can do that in a kind of respectful way. So loads and loads and loads of potential. I really like this. I didn't think I was looking for another card to envelope, but it's just so clean. It's so beautiful. It gives you a nice routine that is more than just an ambitious card, which has got a few subtleties in it, which I think are great. If you're worried about palming and that, don't. If you think about it, you're holding the cards there, you've got to go there, even if you palm badly, like I do sometimes. But you haven't got to palm. There's, like I said, lots of different ways of doing this. There is another version of this, which I haven't looked at yet, where instead of getting the card in the envelope, you can get like an add-on thing where it's like something you open up and read out. And their ring or a coin with a signature on it is like in a little envelope, sort of stuck to that as you give it them. So sealed as well. So, but I purposely haven't looked at that. I want to play with that. But I have used this professionally now. I've taken it out. I've performed it. I've performed it to people that have seen me a lot of times, that have seen the card in envelope or the ring in envelope before, and this just feels like a different thing. It's not, I'm saying it's not better, it kind of is in one way, but there are trade-offs. But for those of you that are professionals, or they're going to last you a very long time if you're not a pro, you want to get work, to do this, to get work, I think is a great thing as well. Maybe people put it up, you know, if you go into a bar, say put it up there, and you know, it's a nice keepsake. I'm not just saying this to oversell it. I've done all these things and they really work. You know, it's very, very powerful. And I think it's brilliant. So I think that's all I've got to say. Any questions you've got, and the arts and crafts, that's really important. You have got to make them up. Now, it did take me, when he talks you through it, and he talks you through it in detail, like I said, he gives you everything you need. It's not messy because it uses these special glue things. It's all very, very clever. When you make the first one, it takes quite a while because I was like, I don't want to get this up. Once I've made 2 or 3, I just know exactly what I was doing. It was so much quicker. I became more confident. So it's not messy arts and crafts, and everything comes in the starter pack. You're not going to need anything at all. No, you're not. So, and I really enjoyed it. I love doing that because actually you learn the workings of it as you're doing it, and you get to understand the trick a bit more and understand why it works. I couldn't work out at the beginning. It was so, or seemed so much in it. So there you go. Axel Hecklau's knocked it out of the park again with something I didn't think I needed and now I can't do without. And I mean that. Sealed³ is well worth it. Look at all this stuff. Go to the links below if you like. And there's no affiliation. I don't get any money for this. If you like good quality magic that is commercial and you can perform, do have a look at Axel's stuff. And incidentally, the most thing I'm spending my time on now, the thing I'm most spending my time on even, is my linking ring routine, and that was inspired by Axel too. So his linking ring masterclass is stunning. So have a look at that, silent rings. So there you go. I'll stop talking now. This has been about 3.5 hours. If you're still here, well done. Like and subscribe if you like it and you want to subscribe to it. Check out onlinemagic.co for all the reasons I've said. Read the Trustpilot reviews. It really is very special, I reckon, but I'm biased. Have a look at it. Steve Faulkner's Magic Show podcast. Please subscribe to that. Don't just listen to it. Share it. And Instagram at Steve Faulkner. That'll do. Thanks very much. Have a great one. Bye.